I'm doing a bit of work on this Ferguson 20 diesel. I have the half shafts removed. I have the bearings getting replaced. So what I'm going to do over at the workbench is some of the studs I'm tidying up the studs on them, and I'm running my tap down through some of the nuts, because some of the nuts, this set isn't too bad, but some of them are actually completely rusted so far that you have to go the next socket or spanner size down in Imperial to actually get a grip on them. So the likes of that nut isn't too bad. So I'm just going to clean up the threads in some of the other spare nuts I have and get a nice set of nice square edged, flat edged, non-damaged nuts, because there's nothing worse than the likes of these nuts screwed right in, all of this sticking out, and then the thread then going into the bearing holder is in the stud. Actually, it's only in a few threads, so there's a chance, you know, that could strip thread. So the thing is, get all these threads nice and freed up with the die 7/16 UNF fine thread. Get all these removed, get them screwing in and out nice and freely, so that when I'm tightening them, that they're not going to cause they're not going to be affecting the stud that I'm going to have screwed in fully. So I'm going to clean up a nice set of these studs and nuts, and some of my spring washers were broken, so I'm going to take out and match up a nice set of good ones, and that'll be that. The next jobs then, some of them are in the shop blasters, to get all these tidied up. This one's fairly badly damaged, there's lumps taken out of it. I think I have a spare one, so I will see if the other one is better. This is fairly badly corroded, and the thing about it is this washer has to go up on it, and it's so badly corroded there's actually lumps on it. It's actually making this very hard to go up on over it when you get further up there. So I suppose a bit of cleaning up, wire brush on the drill, shop blasting, the usual kind of stuff, and start getting all this ready while the bearings are being pressed out of the half shaft. So this other brake cross shaft, as much as it's not very worn up there on the square, it's very badly corroded along here. That's an awful pity. But I did manage to get the bolt out of there and cleaned it up, because the bolt that I had already was bent. So can you see the bend in it there? So that's cleaned up, so at least I managed to salvage that. So now I am cleaning down my own brake cross shaft, and I have these new bushes that are going to go in over that and into the trumpet housings. So I'm going to try these for a fit. I'm going to try and remove the old ones if there's any left of them in the trumpet housings, and fit these into the trumpet housing. This is where the bushings go in, so I'm going to try and pull out whatever's in there. Been in there a long time, and try the new ones for a fit. So bit of a clean out with that, and then I'm going to hoover that out and then run a bit of sandpaper around my finger, just in around there, try and shine it up a bit. That's the new bushing. I'm not going to tap it in the whole way, because this shaft is fairly worn towards the end. It's a bit narrower, so I'm going to polish it up a bit more before I do fit it, but that won't be fitted for until I get everything else done. So I'll tap it in a bit. I'll leave a little bit sticking out. That's as far as I'm going to go for now anyway, and I can always tap it in a bit more, but no, I can't see it doing any good going right in flush. I'm after taking out the grease nipple on one side of the trumpet housing. This is to grease the rear wheel bearings, and I just poked that little spike in there just to get that ball, it's on a spring, to get that loose, and it seems to be letting in. So I'm going to put the grease gun on now and make sure that this is actually allowing grease through. one cleaned up original factory grease nipple. So I'm going to do the other side now. I'm not going to fit these until after I've painted the tractor. Some more parts just after getting a bit of a shot blast in this case. My nozzle needs to be replaced, but I managed to get them to a shot blast. And here are some of the studs and nuts that I'm after tidying up. Running a die and tap down then. So yeah, I am cleaning up the flanges on the end of the half shafts, giving them a bit of a clean there now. I'm going to run a bit more sandpaper around them, get them nice and there's a bit of dirt and dust on them there. And then I'm going to slowly but surely get all of these trumpets, the two trumpets, cleaned back. It's hard to see there, but those bolts there were like those. They were kind of stainless steel, but they were actually spinning. So I got the tap and a 7/16 UNF running in and out, and these are actually little bolts from the oil gallery, and they were the same thread as the tap. So I ran them in. They're nice and short, and they have a nice kind of a hard, kind of a black face in them, so they're good and sharp. So yeah, that is the latest with the diesel project.